Hey guys, it's Cousin Vinny coming to you on Friday evening. After the close, I still have no power, but what I did was save some images so that I could present something to you. We can see where the S&P 500 hourly chart finished up at the end of the day. We have this trend line that we broke down through, retested, and moved back lower. Now, we didn't close at the 1370 level, which is something we were talking about in the room today, which coincides with the point and figure chart. You see 1370.20 here. Okay, that was the level put in May of 2011. See that down here. The 5 is for May. Okay, with point and figure charts, you count 1 through 9 as January through September, and then A, B, and C, because it can't fit within a box, is October, November, and December. Alright, so we can see the 1370.20 level, which is transposed into a regular candle chart. We can see we came almost all the way down to the 1370 level. We came down to 1373, I believe, and then moved higher. Okay, that was earlier in the day. I posted this on StockTwits at 12:30. But at the end of the day, as we saw in this chart here, we moved back down off of this trend line. So, looking at the daily, we can see that we held this 200 period EMA. We also held this Kirby shelf here. Okay, we closed right on it, and we came down and tested the 200. And also remember, the 1370.20 level is that point and figure support and resistance level. So for the time being, this looks like we could get a bounce. This is also the 382 level. When you look at this level here up to this high, okay, the 1266.74 up to this 1474 high, there's a 382. We also have this low that we put in here up to the high, which is what Options Hawk was pointing out. That's a 50% level that we tested today. Okay, so everything looks pretty good for Monday. I think it's a holiday actually. So next week it looks pretty decent for a continued move higher. Note the volume. So I would consider this at least something that we could trade off of next week. Here's that intermediate range, the 236. Note the Fed QE3 was right here on September 13th. It started. We said that we could roll over for a few weeks and then take off. It just happens to be at this lower trend line that goes back to that low we pointed out earlier. Alright, so from this high down to this low that we put in yesterday and the low today, we can see that we have the possibility of this head and shoulders. If we continue to move higher and then lose it in this area here with these descending trend lines, or excuse me, descending EMAs, that may be some resistance that we need to take care of. Note the 50% level off of this high and this low that we have to deal with as well, right here on that right shoulder. So there's a good possibility we could roll over. Note after we pop up here, note that the stochastics are oversold and pointing down. After we move up here to the right shoulder, we could see a move lower and then either bounce off of this trend line and then make it up to the upper trend line, or continue through this and negate this right shoulder and move to another higher high. Okay, so we do have a higher low if you look at this lower trend line, looking at this low right here. Okay, but we're taking out this low and we're starting to flirt with this low here. So that's something to consider. Zooming out a little further, you can see the 1266 again and the 200 period, which we pointed out earlier on in the recording. Okay, so that's it for me tonight. It's Friday, the 9th of November. I just wanted to get a quick recording out. I'll probably do something this weekend if we get the power back on Saturday or Sunday. Alright, so take care. This is Cousin Vinny coming to you from Day Trader Bootcamp. Remember to come over and check us out for a 2-week free trial. That's it. Remember to use your stops, and we'll talk to you in the room next week. I hope this helped.